Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to do another exercise routine. This one is going to focus on some strengthening exercises and stretches for our lower body and legs. So let's jump right into the warm-up. Our first exercise for the warm-up, we are going to start sitting up tall with our shoulders rolled back and down, chest forward, stomach muscles in so your ribs don't flare out when you're sitting up. We're going to start by contracting your glute muscles and the pelvic floor. You can think about this as needing to urinate and holding it in. So we're going to contract for 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll do that again 2 more times. So contract for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And 1 more time. Contract for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Next up, in that same sitting up tall position, we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn your head to look to the right. Deep breath in to return to center, and exhale to the left. In, exhale to the right. Gently warming up our neck. A deep breath in. And exhale to the left. Good. Returning to the center. Really rolling your shoulders back again. We're going to tip our chin down to your chest, looking down into your lap. Feel your neck lengthen as you look down without hunching your shoulders. Back to the center. We'll do that 2 more times. So sitting up tall, tilt your head down. Up. 1 more time. Down. And up. Good. Now let's roll our shoulders back a couple times. And forwards. Good. For our first exercise to get started on some work for our legs, we're going to start with both feet flat on the ground, hands pressed into arm rests of a sturdy chair. We're going to start by pressing both in with our hands and contracting with your thighs to bring yourself up out of your chair and down. Up and down. You may only lift about 1 inch off your seat or maybe 3 or 4. However high up you get is great progress. We'll start doing 5 of them together. So on the count of 3, we'll go up, 2, 3, and down. 1 more time, up, down, good, that's 2, up, down, that's 3, 2 more, up, down, good, last one, up, and down, good, bounce your knees out a little bit. Next up, to raise our heart rates and get a little bit of cardio in, we're going to do a seated march. So your hands can rest on your armrests or on your legs. We're going to remember to keep our core muscles tight so we're sitting up tall when we're lifting our legs. We're going to march for 1 minute. All right, let's begin. So I want you to make sure your shoulders stay down and back. Your ribs stay tucked in, they don't flare out forwards. And your feet are landing flat on the floor, moving through your ankle joint. Good. We can go a bit faster. Slow it down. Lift your knees a bit higher. Still really engaging the core as we do these high knees. Good, and back to a regular march at your own pace. And we'll repeat. So let's increase pace a little bit. Push it a little bit faster. Good. Now let's slow it down and get those high knees. 10 more seconds. Good. And rest. Let's give our legs a little bit of a shake out. Bounce your knees. Good work. Now that our legs are starting to get nice and warmed up, we're going to move into some exercises for our lower legs, specifically the fronts of your legs, your shins, and your calf muscles on the back. To start off, we're going to raise up both toes off the floor. So your heels are staying on the floor, and we're just lifting up our toes as high as you can and tapping them. Each time you lift up your toes, you want to feel the fronts of your legs contract and pull up. These muscles are very important to our stability and balance when we're walking and standing, so we want to make sure to give them a good workout. Good. Let's go a bit faster. Let's alternate between toes. Both together. And rest. Give them a little shake out. We're now going to move into the opposite exercise, so working the backs of our lower legs. To do that, we're going to keep our toes on the floor while we lift up our heels off the ground. So again, you're lifting up as high as you can, really contracting the backs of your legs and tapping them back down to the floor. Even though we're isolating a very small part of our body in the ankle, we want to make sure our core muscles still stay tight, our shoulders still stay down. So maintaining that good posture and good deep breaths throughout all of these exercises. Good. Keep tapping. The soleus, which is one of the muscles on the back of our legs, is one of our most important postural muscles, so maintaining a good steady balance while we stand. And this exercise will really work just that one specific muscle, in addition to other stabilizing muscles we have in our legs. Good, let's tap a little faster now. Keep soft ankles while you're doing this. Good, and relax. Again, let's shake out our legs a little bit. Good work. Moving up from our lower legs now, we're going to start doing some exercises for our quadriceps and our hamstrings and the backs of your thighs. To begin, we're going to sit up tall. Starting with our right leg, we're going to slide it back under your chair and forwards. Slide and forwards. So you're really thinking about contracting and bending at the knee joint, while also stretching your ankle as your foot moves back. So try to keep your heel close to the floor when you slide. If it lifts off the ground a little bit, that's all right. So we'll do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Give that leg a shake. And we'll move on to our left leg now. So the same thing, sliding back and forward. Back and forward. It's like you're trying to slide your foot back to put it under your chair. Back and forwards. You should really feel a contraction in the back of your thigh. And again, trying to keep your heel close to the ground, but if it lifts off a little bit towards the back, that's all right too. We're working two joints now, so both your knee and your ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Give that leg a little shake out. Good work. We'll move to work the fronts of our thighs, or our quadricep muscles, which are really activated when we straighten our leg. So we're going to start off again with the right leg. You're going to straighten, make sure you're really contracting your quad muscle, drawing your kneecap up your leg. And we're going to circle the ankle 5 times in a clockwise direction and 5 times the other direction. So we'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other direction now, really trying to keep your knee still and isolate that ankle joint. 4 and 5. Good. And relax that leg down. With our left leg now, extend, really draw that kneecap up and contract your thigh. We'll go clockwise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and counterclockwise for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Lower down. Next up, we're going to do a second exercise for our quadriceps. So again, that extending action of our leg. So sitting up tall with a really tight core, shoulders down, we're going to alternate kicking our legs out in front. Make sure each time we're squeezing at the top when your leg is extended. Squeeze. Really focus on those thigh muscles. Keeping your toes pointed up at the ceiling and your feet flexed. You may feel a bit of a stretch in the back of your knee, the back of your leg where that hamstring is. Really working to maintain our range of motion in our knees. Good. We'll do it for 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bounce out your knees a little bit and relax. All right, the next exercise we're going to do is both for our legs and our core strength. We're going to start by crossing our hands over your chest. You can also hold them behind your ears with a really light touch if that's more comfortable. It depends on your neck. I prefer crossed over my chest. We're going to be lifting up one leg and twisting to bring the opposite elbow to your knee. So it's going to look just like this. We're going to do it 10 times on each side. So we will start with the right and alternate with the left, all right? 1 and 1, 2 and 2, keeping your spine nice and long, and 3, 4, and 4. If your knee and elbow don't touch, that is completely fine. It's really the twisting motion and the tightness in your core. So that's 7, 8, 8, 2 more, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Good work. You should really feel it right in here and maybe a little bit in your side body. This will be our last exercise, working our legs before we get to a good stretch and a cool down. For this one, we're going to be raising up your right knee, interlocking your fingers behind your thigh. So you're supporting the weight of your leg, keeping a really tight core, and activating your thigh muscles. What we're going to be doing is straightening and bending the knee. So we're going to do that 10 times. Going to extend and relax. Up and down. That's 2 down already. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What's really important about this one is that we're trying to move towards getting a straight leg when we extend it. If you're not quite there yet, that's all right. You can try lowering your leg down a bit, and it'll also take some practice. So again, lifting your left leg, interlocking your fingers behind your thigh. We will extend and relax. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, and lower down. Let's bounce out our legs and relax. Let's move into a good cool down now. Okay, to start off our cool down, we're going to sit up nice and tall with your hands relaxed on your knees. We're going to move your shoulders back and arch your back forwards. And exhale to reverse. Hunch your shoulders in, curve your back backwards. Forwards, like you're pressing your chest forwards, looking up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling, like you're hollowing out your tummy and curving your spine back. So we'll do that 2 more times. We're going to inhale, arch forwards, exhale, back. Inhale, breathe lots of space into your spine, and exhale. Good, returning to a neutral spine now. We're going to take both hands, place them on the right armrest of your chair. We're gently going to turn our shoulders to the right And if it's comfortable, look over your right shoulder. Getting a gentle twist in the spine. Taking some deep breaths here. Returning to center, we'll take both hands now and place them on our left armrest. If you don't have armrests on your chair, you can also place them on the side of your left thigh and use that gentle pressure to turn your shoulders to the left. Looking over your left shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. And returning to center. Alright, next up we're going to be moving into a stretch for our hamstrings and the back of your thigh. So we'll start by moving to the front edge of your chair with your left foot planted. We're going to extend the right leg so your knee is straight. Your heel is resting on the floor and your toe is pointing up at the ceiling, so you're actively pulling it back towards you. We're going to sit up tall, taking in a deep breath. And as you exhale, both hands on your leg, we're going to slide down towards your ankle. If you can only get to your knee, maybe somewhere on your shin, that is perfectly okay. Wherever you're feeling a stretch in the back of your knee and thigh is a great place to be. And we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. So 15 more to go. If you feel that stretch lightening off a bit, you can lean forwards a little bit farther. Conversely, if it's too intense, you can back off just a little bit. For 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly roll back up so your head is the last thing to come up. Changing legs now, we'll plant our right foot, extend your left so your knee is straight, heel on the floor, actively pulling your toes back towards you, pointing them up at the ceiling. Sitting up tall with a straight spine and an engaged core. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slide your hands down towards your ankle. This leg might be more flexible or tighter than the last. That's okay. Wherever you feel a good stretch. For 20 seconds now. Really focus on your breathing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back up and returning your left leg to meet your right. Let's bounce our heels a little bit. Give your legs a little shake out. Good work. The next stretch we're going to be doing is for our hips, our glutes, and your inner thighs. So we're going to start with our right leg. So interlocking your fingers, placing your hand just below the knee joint. We're going to pull it up towards your chest. Hold here for a little bit, rock it back and forth. We're going to cross your ankle over your left knee. Now, if this is a comfortable place to stay, you're welcome to stay with your hands on your shin. You can also reach your left arm out and wrap your arm around your knee. It'll give you an additional little stretch of your shoulder. And you're really hugging that knee into your body. The closer you pull it to your chest, the more of a stretch you should feel in the outside of your right hip and glute. Hold here, sitting up nice and tall. Try and straighten your spine so your back isn't rounded. Keeping your shoulders down your back. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's unwrap your arms, return to your hands. Without lowering your leg down, we're now going to let it fall open to the side to do a seated figure 4 stretch. So you should see the number 4 with your legs. We're going to sit here. I like to place one hand under your knee to support it and one hand on my ankle. And we're going to lean forwards over our leg, maintaining a straight back so we're not hunching, but going chest forwards. And this should give you a really good stretch in your hip flexors and your piriformis muscles, which are on the inside of your thigh and your hip. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back up nice and straight. Using our hands to support the leg, we're going to uncross and lower down. Moving to the other side, we're going to repeat the same sequence. So interlocking your fingers, grabbing below your left knee, pull it up into your chest. Hold here for a second. Give your hip a little massage, moving your leg back and forth. And we'll cross our ankle over your knee. Again, you're very welcome to stay here holding your knee with your hands, or reach out your right arm, wrap your elbow around the knee. And really pull into your chest. Think about pulling your leg into your chest rather than your chest down to your leg. It'll give you the best stretch in your hip and glute. Good. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncrossing, back to your hands, keeping your ankle on your knee. We're going to let it fall open. Again, supporting one hand under your knee, one on your ankle. We're going to lean forward with a straight spine, like you're pulling your chest down towards your right knee. You can play with how wide the cross is. Your knee may be up higher. Those are all okay places to be. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up tall. Using our hands to aid the leg, we'll uncross and lower down. For our last stretch of the day, we are going to sit back on our chair and spread your feet so they're about as wide as the legs of your chair. Your hands on your knees. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to slide forwards, reaching towards your ankles. Leaning forwards. You want to make sure to keep your neck and back soft, so you're looking down towards the floor. Let your body hang down between your knees, just relaxing into this stretch. Take some deep breaths here. Feel a stretch in your hip flexors, maybe along your back, maybe in your hamstrings. You can rock back and forth a little bit. You can grab your elbows with your hands and swing your torso. Just really relaxing into this stretch. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to roll our spine all the way back up as we sit up. Your chin to your chest. Your head should be the last thing to come up. Good. Sitting up tall. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. So inhaling through your nose, bringing your hands overhead. And down. 2 more. In. And down. Last one. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Good. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you got some good exercise and good stretches in. I will see you again next time. Bye.